Alright, so this whole thing about the Facebook changes. Now, I find it kind of funny that when a 750 million user base has a service that is all free and has a lot of competition, which I'll get to, people complain about there being changes. Now, the biggest changes is the ticker on the side and the news feed and all that stuff that was previously mentioned. It's a step towards what's coming, and no one can just realize that. The new stuff that's coming is entirely different. It's all Facebook timeline now. It's not going to be your wall or anything like that. It's going to be the timeline with the new profile and all that stuff. And the ticker and all the news feed stuff is a step towards that when that finally comes out. Now, Mark Zuckerberg did the keynote presentation about that a couple days ago, so obviously it's in the works and it's almost done. People, you can go to people have already seen it, let alone have it. You can go to facebook.com/timeline and you can sign up. I already did, just to already be ahead, and I don't have to worry about it being there all of a sudden like all this new stuff. But Facebook needs to step up their game. Now I know people say, oh, it's perfect, don't touch it. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Well, when you have competition with two other companies, Twitter and Google, you need to step up your game. Now, Twitter hasn't really changed. It's more of just that I'm doing this, I'm doing that for companies, music artists, famous people kind of deal to let people know what they're doing. But Google Plus is kind of Facebook and Twitter combined with that, and Facebook comments, all that kind of deal, but within Google, and it's in your Gmail and all that stuff. But I think the biggest thing they want to do is integrate social, which is Facebook, into everything. And that's the big thing. That's going to be apps. People are finally figuring out what an app is. And I love the changes. When you are a person who makes videos, does graphic design, all that kind of stuff, you like a clean user interface, you like clean, elegant looking things. Just like I'm an Apple fanatic. I love a clean looking computer. I love the sleek interface, just like the same thing with the iPhone. But I like this new streamlined Facebook interface just because it's cleaner. When I log in, I don't have this laundry list of things that people are doing. I have the most important things that are going on. Rather than, oh, so-and-so just uploaded a picture. So-and-so just changed their profile picture. So-and-so became friends with whoever. That really isn't relevant information. The ticker, which is on the side now, is like Twitter. It takes all that small little stuff and puts it on the side, and if you want to see it, you want to see it. Oh, this person became friends with this person. Or they uploaded a new photo, and it comes to the side and says, oh, you want to see that photo? It's right there. I like it. It's clean, it's sleek, and people need to look into the future when it comes to a company. Now, I happen to be one who follows Microsoft. I follow Apple mostly, but I follow other companies. I follow Sony. They always look ahead when it comes to something. I mean, I'd use a really technical example, but I mean, the PlayStation 3 that came out in 2006 and is still keeping up today. That's looking ahead. Facebook's trying to do the same exact thing. Now, I've had a lot of people in my newsfeed say, I don't like it. I don't want it. If you don't want it, go somewhere else. It's a free service. Now, I'm just saying that because they're in that transition period from one to another. It's like Facebook 2.0 kind of. But when I can guarantee it that when people see the new updated timeline interface with all the open graph apps and how your apps integrate with all that, I have a feeling I'm going to see a flood of people saying, oh, I love this new Facebook stuff. It shows my pictures so much better. Or, I found this music artist because this other person listens to them on Spotify, and I found Spotify and I figured out what that was just because someone else did it. It's that big connection that Facebook's trying to make. So, I mean, I thought I'd make a video response just saying, I know the hatred is coming upon the Facebook universe, but I think people should stop. I mean, this service was created solely to communicate. Why don't we make that communication better? Why don't we make it more redefined? And that's what Facebook thinks. Now us, the people, the users, do not think that way. We just want it the same thing. It's like clockwork. I wake up, I check my Facebook, it's the same. But when something gets in between, like this new thing, people start going off on a rant and all this kind of stuff. Oh, I don't want it. That's just my point of view. I think it's a good thing. Because Google Plus is coming up really, really quick. And Facebook's going to have some really stiff competition because Google is the biggest name in search. Google is the biggest name in maps. Google is the biggest name in video, and you're looking straight into it, YouTube. What else is Google big into? Everybody. Phones. Android. We don't need to make them any bigger. I think Facebook is going to have something really, really cool up its sleeve when all this stuff ties together. And a lot of people are probably going to sign up that don't have one and say, hey, I like the way this looks now. It's not as, I don't know, social networking look. It doesn't have that like, oh, I have to be on and I have to do all this kind of stuff. It's more of like a timeline of events that, it's like a scrapbook of the stuff you've done. Videos, photos, maps, tags that you've been in with other people. So that's just my point of view, and maybe we can keep this video response thing going back and forth here. I just thought, I've never done one, I just kind of just made a YouTube account recently, so yeah, that's my point of view.